What's good, gamers? Accolonn here, and of course, welcome back to each and every one of you. We have to talk. There's something very unique going on. So, come closer. No, little close. Little back. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, something has just been found on the PTR. It was a couple of days ago that Mr. GM posted this on Twitter, and that got me very interested. So I logged into the PTR immediately, and I found this. On the map, it says very clearly, very big, as you can see right now, there's a forge, an Arcane Forge to be specific. It is not in the live game. Again, there's the evidence. So what is it? When you go to the forge, you can't hover over it. It doesn't say anything. There's nothing you can do there. It's just there. Well, we're going to be talking about that today. I'm going to give you the most likely to the least likely, and then finally, what I really wish it would be. We're going to go through all of it. And of course, you're going to go through it with me. So I want to know from you in the comment section down below, what do you think is the most likely use of this, and then the least likely use of this, and what would you want it to be? Let's go. This video is brought to you by me and my Twitch, twitch.tv/Accolonn, links in the description. It's live most of the time we're playing video games. We're talking about the lore, World of Warcraft, and all the rest of it. So come join us. It's fun. Most likely this is simply another upgrade system. I would think perhaps linked to crafted gear. So in the same way that you can upgrade pretty much all gear all over the world, this may be another form of unification for Blizzard. If you don't remember, when Dragonflight first launched, there were a myriad of ways in which you could upgrade your gear, and you needed all of these different currencies in order to do it. In 10.1, Blizzard unified the systems, and we got Zaralak Cavern along with the Flight Stones, and that was the only way now that you could upgrade the system. This may actually just be a centralization of the upgrade system. So rather than having these upgrade stations settled in the new zones, it would all now be located in Valdrakken. That's the most likely scenario for this, although the position of it suggests that maybe this is a way to upgrade crafted gear specifically with some resource that we will either get in 10.17 or in 10.2, which I quickly want to take a moment just to discuss here. This forge was introduced in the 10.17 PTR version of the game, but the fact you can't click on it, you can't even highlight it, it seems to just be an asset that's just planted there, may actually make it a mistake or a tease from Blizzard. The fact that Blizzard have been completely mum on what it does. There's been no acknowledgement of this forge, no blue posts, not even a blue post saying that they'll give us a blue post at some point, just nothing. It's been complete silence. So either this was just added by mistake and it shouldn't actually be there, or maybe it's like a long-form tease where we'll get it now, everyone will speculate about what it does, and then in 10.2 they'll finally release what it actually does. So that's my thinking around it. That's the most likely scenario for what this forge may be. All right, now let's talk about what I think it is least likely to be. There's been a lot of rumors about this, specifically with how it looks. It looks very Draenei inspired. It looks kind of spacey, so maybe this is something that the Draenei brought with them when they finally arrived in Valdrakken. And the main thing that a lot of people are pointing towards is something that was removed from the game very long ago, and that is reforging. Now, for those of you that maybe didn't play during Cataclysm and don't know what reforging is, way back in the day, reforging allowed you to take one of the secondary stats on your gear, and actually, I believe it was 30% of that you could turn into another stat of your choosing. So at the time, for example, hit rating was a huge thing. So sometimes you would get a weapon that was really good, but it had no hit rating on it. And then you could take some of the secondary stat that you didn't quite want, and you could take 30% of that and turn it into hits, and that would still allow you to reach hit cap and everything would be hunky-dory. Obviously, reforging has been a requested feature for a very long time in World of Warcraft. That being said, the reason I don't think reforging is on the table is the simplified nature of stats in World of Warcraft. It made sense in Cataclysm Wrath of the Lich King, because hit rating was still a thing, expertise was still a thing. The fact of the matter is, you had a lot of stats that needed to hit certain thresholds. In fact, breakpoints was an actual thing still. You would want to get to certain breakpoints in order to increase your damage incrementally, or sometimes by leaps and bounds. That's no longer the case in World of Warcraft. In fact, now one haste is one haste, and it will actually increase your damage by a relatable amount. There are no breakpoints in World of Warcraft anymore. There are no hit ratings or expertise ratings that need to be hit. So reforging will literally just be a way for people to further optimize an already, let's be honest, hellish optimization video game. If anything, World of Warcraft requires less optimization, not more. Now, I get it. I personally am a huge fan of reforging because it allows every gear piece to at least have some excitement to it. It would just create another barrier to entry. So unless Blizzard is looking to revamp stats in their entirety, I genuinely don't see reforging coming back. I might be wrong, and maybe you're just completely in disagreement with me. You think World of Warcraft requires more optimization, if anything. Well, then that's your prerogative, and you're more than welcome to believe that. But let's move into what I want it to be. One of the most forgotten parts of World of Warcraft in Dragonflight, and let's be real, Dragonflight has been a massive breath of fresh air in many ways, but one of the key places where World of Warcraft still falls short is the open world. The fact of the matter is, the open world is relevant for about 5 minutes after a new patch goes live, and as soon as people have brute forced their way through it, there is never any reason to return, which leaves a lot of more casual players that take their time and really enjoy the content, to be stuck in areas where they can't kill the rares, even though the rares are part of dailies that they need to do. So sometimes you have to wait for groups for hours in order to get in. In fact, I've been stuck sometimes in Zaralak Cavern 3 hours looking for a group in order to do, you guys know the dailies I'm talking about, right? Those in the top corner? Yeah. Where I would just eventually log out because there are no groups running it. And if you try and do it yourself, it'll take more than 3 hours, so it's better just waiting for a group. Fact of the matter is, the old world dies very quickly now. The new world dies very quickly now. And what I want this forge to be is kind of like a Paragon system, but perhaps tied to gear. So imagine, for example, if you could actually upgrade your gear pieces to equip in the world. In the open world. It would not increase your power in dungeons. It would not increase your power in raids, but you could further optimize your gear to give you increased damage to elites, increased damage to rares. It could increase your movement speed, your flying speed, all manner of perks and things that you could put on your gear to make yourself even stronger and eventually make these rares, these elites, soloable. So that you can feel like an absolute god in the open world, even as a casual player. Now, I get it. A lot of you are going to say, well, Accolonn, just raid, because once you have the raid gear, you can solo all of this. Well, that's the thing. A lot of us don't want to raid. A lot of us don't have time to raid. And some people just really don't even care about the raids. This, in my opinion, would be a really good intermediate system to allow for open world casual players to also get something to work towards, not to mention the fact that it would keep people in the world for much longer, considering you get the items with which you will upgrade your gear in the open world, which will keep the open world as well as the old world much more alive for much longer. Now that's a bad sentence structure, but you guys get what I mean, right? That's what I would want this to be. Is it going to be that? No. Is that the perfect solution to this problem? No, a Paragon system would actually be the perfect solution to this problem of the new world now dying so fast to the point where no one is out doing the new world stuff or the old world stuff, even though the old world isn't even that old. Fact of the matter is, with the speed at which Blizzard continues to bring out content, it almost feels now like current content almost dies immediately as soon as it comes out, because every 2 months there's new content, and a lot of us still enjoy going to Zaralak Haven and doing the dailies there. It would just be nice if I could actually do all of the dailies there, if that makes sense. Again, you may have your own opinion, that is just mine, so let me know in the comment section down below what you think and how you want this Forge to play out. Ultimately, right now, we are just playing the guessing game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all from me. To all of the patrons, the YouTube members, and the Twitch subs, thank you so much. For $1 a month, you can ensure that I don't have to fill these videos with sponsorships that want to sell you stuff that you do not need. So thank you so much for the support. Without you, this channel really would not be possible. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be kind to each other, be good to each other, and I will see all of you in the next one. For more videos, better videos, click any of the videos on your screen right now. Peace.